Hi all, this is my 9th blog post and I believe my final regular blog post as well. Um, so as a reflection of this week, we've basically been working on our capstone document, research paper and I can say that it's been a bit of a struggle for me to find good resources, seeing as most of them say what the other says as well. So it's just a repetition on all the websites. That's not that bad of a thing. I could use more of my opinion throughout the whole paper rather than using the site's intel, which just means my research portion won't be as long, but that is fine too. I am realizing that I'm a procrastinator as well. Not such a great skill when it comes to event planning either, but I believe that it is just because it is the end of senior year. At least I would like to hope so. That's about it for this week. I haven't really done anything mentoring. I've kind of shut all of it off. I've kind of told all of my mentors, or my two mentors, that I'm finished. I've completed my hours, which I have. Very impressive for me. So I'm still reading my book, Confessions of an Event Planner, and I'm using actually my phone. I don't think I've ever told you that, as my reading device. So I noticed that as I was reading the next few chapters, that at the very end of the chapters, there's a question and answer. So the questions relate to event planners as a whole, rather than the specific event that the person is Judy Allen is discussing. But she kind of brings it into focus with her event as well from the previous chapter, but I won't go into that detail when I'm discussing my favorite question and answers. And hopefully I do a good job of explaining it. So, the first question I found in the book was, how far should you professionally go with a client to meet their personal, not business, wants? Judy Allen's response on page 188 was, it is important to establish personal and professional boundaries and to have a clear understanding of what you will and will not do, and what, from a legal perspective, you should not do. So, she's stating that you have boundaries. Although you are trying to keep this person happy, you yourself have boundaries, you're a person too. But also legally, you should be aware of the legal things as well. If a 16-year-old is trying to do something that only a 20 or 1-year-old is allowed to do, then you should know that it's not okay. You cannot help that client with that specific job. Next, on-site inspections. What other tests are other than on-site inspections? What other tests are there that event planners can do to see if the caliber of their chosen hotel or suppliers is up to the job? And this is on page 189. And she says, tests range from leaving a glass under a bed or a hallway to see how quickly they are found and removed, to noting whether or not there is a welcoming message from the hotel showing awareness of your arrival. I actually have never heard of this before through all my researching and things such as that. I have heard of inspections, understanding that everyone is prepared for the day ahead. But it is a good idea to note that you should be sure to have them well prepared as well. So the staff members, you should know they're up to par, as well as the hotels themselves. If they show even the slightest bit I'm so sorry, I can't talk today. Slightest bit of weakness, then you should be sure to know if you should move on or not with another supplier, location, anything such as that, so that nothing too bad can happen on the actual day of the event. You got to prepare yourself as well as the staff around you. Let's see. I believe I have one more. Yeah. On page 200, why is it important to establish company policy regarding client care and handling? She states that personal and professional reputations are at stake. One foolish move can limit your career. So, a company policy about care and handling, as she had stated, is pretty major. Judy Allen believes that without a good reputation, you need a good rep to go places in event planning for sure, as I've stated many times in my previous videos. So you don't want to risk it by not stating what boundaries you'd like to have. So I think that it's easily said to put down something on paper that you know will happen for every single event and have the client sign it beforehand so that they know what you can and cannot do. Because if you can't do something and they ask for it, that's a damage right there. They won't recommend you to anyone else after that incident. For sure. The client needs what they want, but they'll only do it if they know that you're okay with it. And if you have nothing wrong with anything, or you don't tell them that you don't have anything wrong with it, then they'll do anything they want. And they could walk all over your reputation, and you don't want that. Well, that's all I found really intriguing. It's mostly a lot of repeated questions in different forms. I can't say I love this book as much as I thought I would. But seeing as this is my last blog post, I will say that I will finish it, at least to my best ability. And hopefully I will finish my senior capstone paper as well. I mean, it is due tomorrow, but finishing is on the list. And thank you all so much.